Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, everyone, and hopefully everybody hears me okay out there on this night for On the Pole. We are here with the Friggy Diggy Arca series here tonight. Qualifying currently taking place. You see a few times already on the board. We got Josh Cole with a 30.276. Waylon McConnell there with the fast time so far with a 32.42. We're looking at the 94. Christopher Pendle as he's working his way around the track. We got about 12, maybe 13 drivers in the lineup here tonight as they're taking the grid here at Chicagoland. Now, I know I really enjoy Chicagoland. It's one of the tracks I kind of enjoy. It's actually where I got my first win in the asphalt series as well, coming in the truck series here on iRacing. I got my first there we go. Where'd my stuff go? There it is. All right, so we still got about 4 drivers looking to put laps in. Looks like Mike Schaefer, I'm sorry, not Matt Schaefer, but Mike Schaefer, sitting here on pit road in that number 29 machine. Looks like he's getting ready to pull out. Brendan Brody just laid down a 30 point, Brendan Brody's out on track. Time to beat is a 3.242 or a 30.242. And Brody's currently got a green mark for sector 1. We'll see what he comes out of corner number 4. Brody jumps up to 5th place in that number 4 with a 30.580. Mike Schaefer still in there. Brett Bray still on pit road. But Brett Bray, he's laid down a 31.266 in that number 60 machine, so he'll be looking at 10th at the moment. See if anybody else joins in here for the qualifying. Definitely want to keep shouting out them league sponsors of Keep Digging, 1% Designs, Admin Box, and you'll see Regal Wraps up there as well. If anybody's curious about Regal Wraps, we got a Regal Wraps on the number 43 here tonight. I'm trying to see what all 1% designs have. I know there's quite a few in this field that are done by 1% designs, doing a phenomenal job on those paint jobs. Definitely a couple great paintwork guys here within Friggy Diggy. As it looks like we're getting ready to wrap up qualifying. I'm trying to see how much time we got left. Yeah, it's still got about 9, just under 10 minutes here. Take a short break and we will see one of our sponsors, Admin Box. All right, we're back here. Still trying to figure out if we're going to finish up qualifying or give some of these drivers a little bit extra time to get to the track here. If you're curious about any codes or anything that might get you some percentage off on our sponsors, I know there are 2 down in the description. One for Admin Box to get you 10% off there, and also one for Keep Digging. If you can go ahead and check on that discount code as well. So whenever you purchase something from either one of those 2 companies, there is a discount code in the description here tonight, as we are getting set to rock and roll from Chicagoland. There you saw just for a brief moment that Gatorade victory lane here at Chicagoland. Now, when I won here in the trucks, it was a little bit of an interesting thing, as I ran the daytime hours, but I love this racetrack at night. It's one of my favorite nighttime racetracks here on iRacing. Now, as I normally like to shout out now, or what I've been doing now to shout out to some of these tracks, as this track is located in Gillette, Illinois. Trying to see where it is. There we go. They consider it a tri-oval track. The turns are at 18 degrees, the tri-oval's at 11 degrees, and the backstretch is at 5 degrees of banking. Surface is asphalt, well, and they consider it having 4 turns. It is it's a mile and a half, or just over a mile and a half. It's like 1.52 miles. And it's got kind of a slight curved backstretch. I've learned, being around the iRacing community, that some drivers like this track, some drivers just really hate this track, and I don't understand why. Like I said, I really enjoyed Chicagoland. It's one of the tracks I really fell in love with, even when I wasn't doing well. It was just one of the tracks I looked forward to. The other track that I get kind of made fun of liking a little bit is the Tricky Triangle. I'm just one for the oddball tracks, I guess. But we're sitting here waiting for this night to kick off. We got about just under 6 minutes to go here. We did have one more driver join. That is Logan Spencer. We'll see if he takes to the track for a qualifying time or not. All right, looks like we are getting gridded up here for tonight. We'll take a look at our starting grid, starting with Waylon McConnell there on pole here tonight. Josh Cole starting on that outside in at number 43. Rick Schneider in at number 03 for, and Joe Tardif there in fourth. Brandon Brody there in fifth in that number 4 machine. And sixth is Tom Tor. In seventh position starting here tonight is Christopher Pendle in that number 94. Joseph Thomas in the number 21. Logan Spencer, number 89, starting in ninth position. Terry Fennell in that 00, starting in 10th. Brett Bray starting in 11th. Mike Schaefer starting in 12th. In 13th is Jamie Stevens with Nathan Peacock here in 14th. Alrighty, so we're getting everything lined up here. Where is our grid at tonight? There it is. There's our ticker. I don't know. Green flag is out. We are down and away here at Chicagoland for the night race here with the Friggy Diggy Arca series. Josh Cole getting a great run there on the outside as Waylon McConnell dives to the inside, getting that run into corner number 1. Side by side as they work off of corner number 2. Both lanes doing a great job as they come through that slight curve of a backstretch down here into corner number 3. As Josh Cole gets a lead, gets the run off that high side. Now everybody fighting for position. There you see that 03 down there on the inside. That's the 03 of Rick Schneider with the 4 of Brandon Brody out there on the high side as he's working his way into corner number 3. I'm sorry, that's out of turn number 2. I'm getting turned around already. On the backstretch, they come 3 wide into corner number 3. That's going to be Brendan Brody there on the inside. Or, I'm sorry. Figure this out, why this is dropping frames like this. Getting me irritated. Might have to go through and figure this out on the replay end now. I got it figured out on the driving, and now I just got to figure out the replay end, I think, a little bit. So Waylon McConnell up here on the outside in that number 75. Joe Tardif on the inside in that number 1. I'm sorry, no, Joe Tardif is up there on the high side as well. There you see the 75 go way to the low side, taking that lead as they come across the stripe. Down in the corner number 1 they come. Waylon McConnell leads the pack. Tom Tor up in that number 4 machine down there on the inside. And the 03 gets loose. He tags the 3. And do they say that the 3's loose? Rick Schneider loose as well. Now the 3 gets that putting somebody into the wall. That's a 3 into the wall. And that's the 21 of Josh Cole, cautioned out here at lap 5.
Ouch. Sorry, Adam. I'm coming, dear. I'm coming.
Sorry about the reverse play here, but we're having problems with the scoring kicker. It didn't save us. So there you see just a tough break there for the 21. Get turned up the racetrack. 3 getting up into the outside wall as well. Well, Brian, it's still Waylon McConnell with Josh Cole there in second. Joe Tardif there in third. Brandon Brody fourth, or vice versa. Christopher Pendle back here at number 94, currently running in fifth. As we're on the caution, let's take a look at our schedule here. As we see, for Chicagoland, we have at lap 25 will be stage 1. At lap 60 will be stage 2. And we're running for 133 laps here tonight. So pit stops underway. Jamie stays out. Waylon McConnell stays out. Everybody else, though, came into the pits. The 21, the 21 of Joseph Thomas, unsure. He had to have come in because he got a fast repair on that machine, as he's now back together and out on track. He is, however, a lap down. Or is being scored a lap down, I should say. Everybody else running off pit road now as they come out of 2. There you see the 00 of Terry Fennell. He hasn't had really a bad season. All these drivers have been pretty consistent throughout the season. Josh Cole up here in third. He won last week's race. If I remember correctly, I need to start taking better notes. That's all there is to it. Jamie there in second in that number 87. All right, lights are out on the pace car. They are side by side as they come down into corner 1. Waylon McConnell there is your leader in that number 75. He chose to go to the inside. And he's got Josh Cole on his bumper. Thank you, everyone, for turning in here on the Pole. We do have a few surprises coming up in the future as we get a little bit more involved here with our broadcasting. Have a few things we want to try out. We were going to try out one feature tonight, but unfortunately I didn't quite get it in time and just could not get it situated in time for tonight's race. But we're going to work on it for next week. Maybe we can get some drivers involved. We're going to get this fixed. Green flag is out. Inside lane gets a run. I'm sorry that there was a little bit of a bump there as we were coming to the green here. But Waylon McConnell and Josh Cole get a great restart as they come down here into corner number 1. Yet again. This is getting a little irritating for me. As now we're back here on the back stretch, side by side, as they come down into corner number 3 and 4. I didn't quite have this issue before, and I'm unsure why now I am. Some nights it's just worse than others, and I don't understand it yet. On there side by side, that is going to be the number 1 of Joe Tardif working that inside lane. You see Josh Cole up there a little bit farther ahead of that 94 machine as he works out of the corner down here onto the back stretch, I believe. As now they work down into corner number 3. Josh Cole stays high. There you see the number 4 of Brendan Brody. And number 94 still up there. There you see battles going on. That is the 03 and the 1. That's Rick Schneider and Joe Tardif working together there through corner number 1 and 2 as they work on to the folks, please bear with me tonight. I have not a clue what's going on. I'm getting a little frustrated. We're going to get this figured out. If next week's the same problem, we're definitely going to be looking at different options. As you see Josh Cole kind of sliding backwards a little bit, and Joe Tardif's getting a run there on the inside. So I'm unsure what happened to Josh Cole as we're kind of blinking out. I hope he's not doing the same there on his end. That'd be kind of funny, though, if FFTV sponsored machine was having problems just like FFTV is here tonight. Brendan Brody up there to 3rd now. Tom Tor in at number 3. He's working that inside of the 43, Josh Cole, as they work out of 2. Down onto the back stretch. Doesn't quite. '89 of Logan Spencer working to the inside as they come through 3 and 4. I guess that's the number 21 as well, the 21/80. Oh, no, that is the 89. Who is the 21 machine that was in the mix there? Oh, that is the 21 of Joseph Thomas trying to work his way, getting his laps back. Now they come. Number 3. Like I said, we will be looking at everything here tonight as soon as we can work our way through this. I'm hoping that it kind of slows down here. If it don't, next caution we get, we might take a short break and work on a couple settings here on my end and see if we can negotiate some of this. As you're looking at that 03 of Rick Schneider as they come down into corner number 1, side by side. Now in the corner number 2, working off down onto that curved backstretch here at Chicagoland. And that 03 is definitely gaining ground on Brendan Brody. Josh Cole, though, has fallen back now. He's in 6th. But one thing I've noticed with Josh Cole is he kind of plays his cards a little bit. He takes a little bit of a hard run just to see what the tire wear may be. And then he sits here and doesn't really fall back too far. As he's now working to here, like I said, in 6th position. Mike Schaefer trying to work his way up into that top 5 if he can. He's currently sitting in 7th. And also, well, no, I'm sorry. I was about to say he's our biggest mover. But our biggest mover is the number 94 of Christopher Pendle, as he's out front leading this race right now with Waylon McConnell and Field behind him. There comes that number 4 of Brendan Brody, looking to the inside of that 75 machine of Waylon McConnell. As they work here off of 2 down the backstretch. Looks like everything's finally calming down for a moment as they now work through 1 and 2 down here onto the backstretch. Side by side, it is going to be at 75 of Waylon McConnell. Brendan Brody there in the number 4 machine. And now they work down here in the corner 1 and 2 once again. Brandon Brody looking at that inside still, but has to slow up and get up in line as they work out of 2. Here comes Joe Tardif in that number 1. Tom Tor back here in that number 3. Oreo Painted Machine as they work down the backstretch into corner number 3. There you see the 21 slowly trying to get his lap back as he's creeping through the field. I believe he was one of the ones that stayed out that last caution. As they work off of 2 down that backstretch here in the corner number 1. So if we kind of take a look, see if we can get the track map up here without causing too much issue here tonight. We'll see though. And the 03 is loose down through the grass. There you kind of see the layout of the track, how you can see a slight curve, just a slight one, to that backstretch. That backstretch isn't completely straight, but the 03 is off pace after getting loosened down into that infield grass. Joe Tardif now up to 3rd, Josh Cole 4th, Mike Schaefer up to 5th. River Pendle up here in first still. As we're trying to find the battles going on the racetrack. There's a pretty decent one. There you see 4 cars together. That's going to be the 87 of Jamie. Tom Tor in that number 3. Brett Bray in the number 60 machine. Looking to the inside of Brett Bray now. I'm sorry, to the inside of Tom Tor. Tom Tor loses the spot to the number 60 of Brett Bray. The 89 of Logan Spencer still hanging in back here as these drivers are all battling out around the 10th position, trying to get that top 10 position right at the moment. Josh Cole way up the racetrack there on that high side, or I'm sorry, no, Josh Cole was on the inside. The number 1 of Joe Tardif was way up the racetrack as they're coming out of 2 here, or I'm down into 3 and 4, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there it comes through the tri-oval. Josh Cole down there on the inside. And we got the 60 of Brett Bray going to be pitting next time by. As they all pitted at lap 6. I'm curious to see why everybody's pitting as the stage is coming to an end here at lap number 25. So whenever they come across the line, it's going to be Christopher Pendle in that number 94 getting your stage win. See if I can find Chris Pendle here. Or maybe not. Oh, I'm trying to figure this. There it is. Wasn't sure if that was the stage break or not. But no, Pendle is not here. Pendle is not here, so I can't get a stage interview with him. Great run, though, by the 94, getting that stage win. Now we'll see how pit stops play out as Waylon McConnell did make it in before the caution. Same with Jamie. And I don't know if the 60 did. As we have the caution here at lap. Everybody's coming in. It looks like we got a car slow, though, of Brett Bray. I don't know. He may be out of fuel. Wonder if race control might be able to confirm that for us. We'll see, though, as that 60 is definitely moving slow here on pit road. It does look like he's out of fuel. See if we could jump in the cockpit and see. Not really hearing much in that race car. That comes creeping down pit road. Hopefully he makes it. As the other drivers are taken to the track. Brett Bray, I don't think is going to make it to his pit box. All right, you're going to be a pain in the butt right now, aren't you? So we're under caution here on lap 27. Bear with me a moment as I go and do something I probably shouldn't do here on stream. I'd be able to see what I'm doing, and that's here as we try to get this operating the way it needs to be, as I see we're blinking out yet again. We will get it fixed. It should calm down now here a little bit, though. I've got Brendan Brody out front there in that number 4 machine. Josh Cole there in second. Here at lap 29, lights are off on the pace car as we are working to get them back green flag racing. Brandon Brody taking that high side. Josh Cole to the low side. All right, as we're working through here, pace car is off. Green flag's back in the air. They're working toward number 1 here at Chicagoland with Brendan Brody there out front. And Josh Cole sitting there on the inside at the moment. Brandon Brody doing a good job here, though, as he's down there on the inside lane getting that great run. Here comes that number 1 of Joe Tardif, though, out there in that 3rd position. Mike Schaefer, though, currently sitting in 4th, but he's got company that was outside. That's Rick Schneider in that number 03. And right behind them, that's Christopher Pendle, our stage 1 winner, as they're working down here through the tri-oval on turn, down towards turn number 1 here on lap number 31. See if we can get green flag racing enough, and we're going to go and try to heat it up. up segment as we're running down here, down the backstretch. And if you noticed, our little character there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, that is our groundhog here, as I am from PA, so that is one of the PA groundhogs. I just want to know if we can find a name for our friend here on the Playground Farm TV on the poll. So if anybody wants to comment for a name, we'll definitely take in some considerations for a name for our little fella down there in the corner. As Mike Schaefer is there in that number 4 machine, working off of corner number 2. There you see the 29. Or that's Mike 29, Mike Schaefer. I'm sorry. Underneath Christopher Pendle as they work down here in the tri-oval, and he's loose. He gets into that outside wall. He's going to lose some momentum. He's got heavy damage to the right side front corner of that race car as he falls back in behind that number 03 machine of Rick Schneider as they now work off of 2. There you see out front Josh Cole in that number 43 machine, that number 1 of Joe Tardif there in second, the number 4 machine of Brendan Brody in third, Christopher Pendle fourth, Rick Schneider rounding out the top 5 here so far tonight. Mike Schaefer in 6th, Logan Spencer in 7th, Tom Tor in 8th in that number 3 machine, Waylon McConnell there in 9th, Nathan Peacock back here in 10th with Terry Pennell back here in 11th, Jamie in the 87 in 12th. And a little farther back, that's the number 60, Brett Bray, who's is a lap down, and I believe as well as Joseph Thomas is also a lap down. We will confirm that here, though, if I can figure it out. As you kind of see the gaps on the driver. There you can see the 72 and the 89 battling here as they come into corner number 1. That is Waylon McCall, or Nathan Peacock and Logan Spencer. All right, coming down the backstretch, you'll see all the cars there with Josh Cole there in first still. Joe Tardif. Brandon Brody sitting in third. Christopher Pendle there in fourth. Rick Schneider in fifth. There you see that number 29 of Mike Schaefer back here in that in that 6th position. Everybody's doing a great job here tonight. Keeping it pretty clean, I must say, for the most part. Really haven't seen too much accident here tonight. As we're looking here to the inside now with Christopher Pendle. Rick Schneider here in that number 303, working his way up through the pack, currently in 5th position. So currently has himself a top 5. Here as we got 20 laps to go in stage number 2. Joe Tardif on the high side. Joe Cole down there on the inside as they work off of 2. Brandon Brody now coming down the back stretch here. Front stretch as they're working on getting things situated here. Mike Schaefer there in 6th position. Waylon McConnell in 7th in that number 75 machine. Terry Pennell back here in 10th. So it seems like if the cars are spread out a little bit more, the less my computer has to try to compete with everything. So we are definitely going to adjust these settings a little bit more before we shut down here tonight. But for now, it seems like everybody's running okay. Like I said, I got a new monitor and it has screwed everything up. So I'm working as quickly as I can to fix the issues. Waylon McConnell here in 7th position in that number 75, way up against that outside wall. As we're riding on board here with the 75 of Waylon McConnell down here out through 1 and 2. I'm sorry, not 1 and 2, but 3 and 4. As they work off through the tri-oval down into corner number 1. Joe Tardif, though, trying to get that outside lane to work. And you got Brendan Brody there to his inside, coming off out 2 down the backstretch. And Rick Snyder's looking at this battle out of his front windshield, trying to see exactly how to go about pulling this one off here tonight. As Brendan Brody's way up the racetrack. Rick Snyder now going to the inside. Going to see what he can do here as they now work down here in the corner number 1, side by side, all bunched up, single file now, as they thread down here through corner 1 and 2. At 94 of Christopher Pendle. He started a few positions back from where he restarted, or when he restarted this segment, he was a few positions down from where he finished, but he's working his way back up. He's now up here to that second spot, as Josh Cole is here in first. And I'm sure if I was Josh Cole, I'd be watching that rearview mirror a little bit, listening to that spotter, trying to find out how close and how quickly that 94 of Chris Pendle is closing in on my rear bumper. And everybody's working through 1 and 2 here, down here onto that curved backstretch. Tom Tor in that number 3 machine, painted up like the Oreo scheme. Christopher Pendle here in second. Joe Tardif in third. Brendan Brody hitting pit road. We got Jamie in the pit road as well. So a couple green flag pit stops going on. We got Mike Schaefer up here in 5th now. Joe Tardif in 4th. As we got Joe Tardif in the pit road. Christopher Pendle, it's showing, is ahead of everybody, but I don't believe that's right. So there it is. It's fixed it. As Josh Cole is out in front. And at number 43 machine, Joe Tardif down on pit road. Rick Schneider here in 3rd position in that number 03. Closing in with 12 laps to go here in stage number 2. Make that 11 laps to go here in stage number 2. There you see Joe Tardif working his way off of pit road. Waylon McConnell there in 4th position. And at number 75, he's kind of yo-yoed his way up and down through the field here tonight. But Christopher Pendle currently trying to work on getting that half a second gap closed up between him and Josh Cole. And now it's as it comes through the corner. It looks like he's coming to pit road. So Christopher Pendle to pit road here with 10 laps to go within stage number 2. Going to be interesting to see how these drivers play it out, as it looks like the 43 is going to run out those spots. .43 of Josh Cole's down pit road. Rick Schneider's in. It looks like the rest of the field, who has not yet to pit, is pitting now. That's going to hold the lead back over to Christopher Pendle, though, I'm pretty sure, as he comes around here through 3 and 4 back here out onto the front stretch. With that number 50, or with 51 laps completed so far here this evening. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the broadcast here on the poll tonight, as we're watching the Friggy Diggy Arca series and their sponsors of course, we're dropping a couple frames again. Oh, amazingly, after pit stops, Josh Cole comes back out in front of Christopher Pendle. I don't know exactly what Josh did for his pit stop, but he's out here trying to get this stage 2 win. But the 4 of Brendan Brody is working up through the field. Got around Pendle. Now he's looking to get around Josh Cole. And at number 4, Brody Farms Machine. And everybody's working through the field here tonight. Josh Cole up here in second. Christopher Pendle in third. Rick Schneider back here in fourth with Joe Tardif fifth. Those are your top 5 drivers right now as we're working on lap 53. And like I said, stage will be called at lap 60. As we're watching everybody come down through the backstretch. Everybody's just trying to get into a position where they think they can be competitive. And then we're going to work on stage number 3. So these drivers are trying to figure out all they can as the 21 of Joseph Thomas is in pit road now. Getting some tires and fuel. Brandon Brody, now your race leader out here in front. Christopher Pendle trying to chase down Josh Cole in that number 43. Now there is 1 lap difference between Josh Cole and Christopher Pendle on when they pitted. Rich Snyder pitted with Josh Cole on lap number 50. Here they're working out of 2 down the backstretch. Brandon Brody putting some distance between him and Cole at the moment as we're on board with Brody. Coming through the trial. Rick Schneider back here in 4th. Weather McConnell 5th. Some issues, as like I said, we're working through them here tonight, but we're going to get it fixed out for next week for sure. Definitely want to give these drivers the best we can here. And like I said, there are still a few other surprises to come to Flieger Farm TV on the pole here as we continue our iRacing broadcast career. As they're working off of 1 and 2, I'm sorry, down the backstretch. And they're going to be Tom Tora there in that 7th place. Mike Schaefer, 8th. Terry Fennell in 9th. Logan Spencer will round out your top 10. I'm trying to find battles, and there really isn't too many battles going on as everybody just kind of single file. Oh. And we have Jamie getting into an incident here. Unsure what happened here, and it's not going to show me too well, I don't think, but we'll see. Jamie blinked out here. Yeah, he's backwards there on the track. So unfortunately, I did not see exactly what happened. As we're under caution here, and that is probably going to end the stage. we got drivers coming in the pit road again. Looks like everybody but Nathan Peacock and that number 72 stayed out. And we're going to adjust one more thing here again. Sorry if that is screwing up here tonight. I'm trying to get it situated. All right, so looks like we got everything situated. It might just have to be whenever we restart. So please tolerate me here tonight. Like I said, this isn't my best work here tonight. For some reason, I'm struggling with the camera work and the and stuff. Like I said, with the new monitor, it's taking me as he kind of dips in and out here. 21, Joseph Thomas, though, he's sitting in a pretty good spot as he's ahead of the leaders, so he may very well get a lap back as Brett Bray is down here on pit road coming out now. Nathan Peacock, Jamie Davis, or yeah, Jamie Davis, no, Jamie. Here, I'm not sure what his last name is. Nathan Peacock there in the number 72. Let's see here, in 11th, Jamie Stevens, okay. Brandon Brody, your race leader right now. Lights are off on the pace car. Brody goes to the outside. I mean, Josh Cole's going to start on the inside. Rick Schneider there in the 03, starting outside. In that fourth position with Christopher Pendle there in third. Pace car's off. We're getting ready to go green flag racing here again for stage number 3 as we get everything in the air. Here we go tonight with Josh Cole out front. Christopher Pendle, though, doing a great job as he's looking to the outside of Josh Cole as they work down here in the corner number 3. Brendan Brody's going back a little bit. Here comes Pendle now on the inside. Josh Cole goes up the racetrack. Here comes Pendle to the inside down here in the corner number 2. Now as they work through the curved backstretch, it is going to be the 94 of Christopher Pendle getting that run. Josh Cole, though, has to see if he can get that outside run as he does not. As he gets into that outside wall, that's going to kill his momentum a little bit and let Joe Tardif down on the inside go by. Here comes the 03 of Rick Schneider. Caution is out. Unsure what the caution is for. as I don't see anybody jumping in the pits. We'll see here. This might be our answer here, but again, unsure. As Brett Bray works off the backstretch into the grass a little bit. Nope, unsure what that was for, unless that was stage. Box sponsor. All right, everybody. Thank you for your support here for On the Pole. We definitely appreciate it. Definitely, all this blinkiness will go away. Got blinky here tonight. Oh, there you see Brendan Brody in at number 4. Rick Schneider in that 03. And we got Tom Tor up here now in that 5th position in that number 3. Waylon McConnell back down pit road. There we go. As they're working out of the backstretch down here in the corner number 3. Everybody's still single file here. Pendle's your leader. Lights are still on that pace machine here this evening. Damn it. Sorry. Lights are now out. We're going to get them side by side. We'll be back green flag racing here in the next lap. They're trying to get everybody lined up as they're working down the backstretch. There you see the 60 machine of Brett Bray. giving way to a car as they're coming down into corner number 3 now. There's the 75 of Waylon McConnell trying to get caught back up to the field. As they're going to come out of 4, it will be green flag racing once again. Here as we work our way off through 3 and 4. Pace car is going to slide down. And we're going to be green flag racing once again as they come through the tri-oval. Christopher Pendle getting that jump there on that inside lane. Joe Tardif falling back a little bit. As we got the 4, Brendan Brody working his way up through here, up to 4th position with Tom Tor up there to, well, he's up to 4th as Brendan Brody now falls back to 5th. As Tom Tor gets around that 89 is into the outside wall as Logan Spencer getting into that outside wall, having a little problem there now as the 43 of Josh Cole goes to the inside. Trying to decipher where everything is, and we're running into problems once again. Now the 94 of Christopher Pendle out front. Joe Tardif there in 2nd. Rick Schneider in 3rd. Tom Tor there in 4th. Brandon Brody in 5th. Josh Cole 6th. Logan Spencer in 7th. Matt Shaper there in 8th. Just passing Terry Fennell for that position. We're going to have to go this route about it because we didn't get the iRacing thing there. As they come out of 4, you'll see the 29 come up the racetrack, up across the nose of the 00. Unsure if that was the 00's fault or if that was the fault of the 29. So we're back under caution here at lap number 72. Definitely trying to do what we can here tonight. Like I said, hopefully when we load in next time, it will be a little better on that broadcast. And yes, they are. There's a big group of them coming to pit road. Joe Tardif, Rick Schneider, Tom Tor. Christopher Pendle stays out. Everybody else comes in. Nathan Peacock staying out. Hopefully going to try to weasel his way into a spot to get a lap back. But I'm unsure if that's going to work here with that interesting paint scheme on that Ford Mustang here tonight for the Arca machine. As he is, he's going to get a lap back here as he gets waved around the pace car. Working his way out of the pits. Brandon. I'm trying to get it worked out, trying to get it fixed. But for some reason, something's wanting to take a crapshoot here tonight. So we're getting confirmation there on that caution between the 00 of Terry Fennell and the number 29 of Mike Schaefer. Hearing that it possibly would be next. Around here a little bit tonight. Unsure exactly why it's so bad. Lights are out. They're going to be going green this time. So then we'll hopefully get everything flattened out once again as they're working down the backstretch. Like I said, I'm sorry to all those that are trying to watch tonight. We are having some technical issues here on our side at Flicker Farm TV. So we're getting a little blink blink here, a little blink blink there. But we're working through. We haven't missed too much action. All right, pace car is off. Here we go. Green flag going to be back out in the air here at Chicagoland. And they are down and away as we got them coming down into corner number 1. And they're side by side. Tom Tour out there on the inside lane in that number 3 machine. And going below the 03 of Rick Schneider as we're on board with Tom Tour coming down the backstretch into corner number 3. They disappear once again. Side by side is the 03 and the 3 as they work off of 4 down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Or was that 3 and 4 that they worked? No, that was 1 and 2. Caution flag is out. Unsure what this one is for. See if we can find out here as we look back through the field here. And there it is. That's the 00 of Terry Fennell. We'll have to see what exactly happened here if we can get it. Like I said, we're struggling here for some reason tonight with our cameras. Now there you'll see coming off of the trioval, I guess down in the corner number 1. There's the 00, gets down in the front of Brody. Brody just gets into the back of him. Brody ends up getting spun around as well with a little bit of back damage, and Fennell is up there against that outside wall. Lots going on here this evening. And there goes Pendle, the pit road. He didn't pit last caution. And we got a few other takers. Tom Tor, Josh Cole, Logan Spencer, all coming down pit road. Nathan Peacock coming in. Brandon Brody. So we have one car still laps down, and that's the 21 of Joseph Thomas. I'm unsure how many laps down he is. As I'm trying to figure that out. Brett Bray is also a lap down as he's now got his lap back going around McConnell. And McConnell is the other thing that can pose a little bit of problem is depending on how many people are on iRacing tonight. And I don't know if there's any big special events going on with iRacing tonight, but that could also play a factor in our ability to keep a steady stream going here tonight. With that number 75, William McConnell out front, Rick Schneider second, Joe Tardif sitting in third. Ike Schaefer there in fourth with Tom Tour rounding out your top five right now here at lap number 80 of 133 this evening. Again, if anybody out there saw our segment for Heated Up or is watching our Heated Up segments here during the Pligger Farm on the Pole replays, or not replays, but on during our Heated Up moments, you'll notice that groundhog in the bottom left-hand corner. We are looking to name him. So if anybody out there in our viewer database would love to be able to comment, we're looking for a name for the little guy for our Heated Up segment. You'll see him pop out of his little hole down there in the left-hand corner when we go and do our Heated Up segment. And we might just do that once again here tonight if we can get a little bit green flag run going. William McConnell out there and Mike Schaefer in fourth. Unfortunately, I'm just struggling here tonight, and I'm hoping that I fixed it so that the next time I sign into iRacing, it's all good to go. I did play with the settings a little bit here during the race, but unfortunately, sometimes when you mess with the settings like that, it doesn't completely transfer over until we do the close it out and restart it. So please bear with me tonight. I know it's not the best. Just bear with me. As like I said, it's been a struggle here since I've got the new monitors trying to get things leveled out and playing. We're coming down that backstretch now. There you Rick Schneider's in that 03. Wayne McConnell in that number 1. Joe Tardif in the number 1 machine starting in fourth. As we're trying to get them lined back up. Lights are out on the pace car. As we're working here, you'll see that 75 on that outside. He is our lead car. He's going to take that green flag down here in the corner number 1. Getting one heck of a jump down here in the corner number 1. And the number 29 of Mike Schaefer getting a run out there on the outside lane. But here comes that 03 of Rick Schneider battling there to the inside with Joe Tardif as well to the inside of that number 29 as they work off a corner number 2 down this curvy backstretch. And in the corner number 3, Tardif will have the run. He might make it a twofer as he gets past both the 03 and the 29 there on the inside lane. Coming back out of 4 across the stripe down here to make it 83 of 133 laps. Here as the laps are starting to wind down tonight. We're sitting at 50 laps to go as they cross the line this time by as they work out of 2 down the backstretch. In the corner number 2, in the corner number 3 and 4. Again, shout outs to the league sponsors. Admin Box, 1% Designs, and Keep Digging. Check that description for some discount codes that you might find helpful for visiting some of those sponsors. I know Admin Box and Keep Digging both have the codes for you to save a little money, and who doesn't enjoy saving money anymore? Waylon McConnell still up front. Joe Tardif there in second. Mike Schaefer there in fourth, with Rick Snyder sitting third. And there's that 43 machine working his way back up through the field of Josh Cole. Logan Spencer back here in sixth, and at number 89, Red Bull Toyota, right there in front of Tom Tor. Now, like I've said before, Tom Tor kind of had an interesting night. As that 43 kind of had to make an evasive maneuver there in the backstretch to keep from getting into the back of the 03 Rick Schneider. As we're working down here in through 3 and 4, the 89 thought about going high, then thought against it as they work through the trioval down across the stripe. It's lap 86 now on the board. And they work down here in the corner number 1. That number 3 is looking to the high side to possibly get that run, but the 89 is going to say, no way, I'm going to close that door for you as they work down the backstretch, and the 89, or the number 3, kind of blocked out a little bit here as we're getting a little bit of camera shake down here through in the corner number 3 and 4. And there you see everybody coming through that trioval now, down there on that inside lane, trying to conserve a little tire, I believe. I'm not sure how many sets of tires they had here tonight as they're coming through off of 2 down here onto the backstretch. There is the 75 and 1 of Tardif. Tardif getting a great run down the backstretch as he's trying to gain on that number 75 of Wendell McConnell. And he's there, ripped it just slightly, unless it's just my camera angle once again. Sometimes it looks to me like these Arca cars are drifting around the corner rather than kind of trailing the way I would expect them to. But it's the camera angles, because if you actually watch the drivers, they're not really turning the wheel like I would expect them to be for the angle I'm seeing the cars at. Working down the backstretch, there you see Waylon McConnell has a mirror full of Joe Tardif, but Joe Tardif looks to the inside, coming through 3 and 4. Waylon McConnell way up there against the wall, getting a little loose. That's going to break some of his momentum as they work down here into the trioval, through that Geico restart zone, across the stripe here, and bringing it here to 89 of 133. So farther back here, we're trying to see if we can find some action brewing here as we're looking at the 89 of Logan Spencer and Jamie in that number 87 with Brendan Brody back here a little ways as well. So right now, our biggest mover for the night as it stands is Mike Schaefer in that number 29. He's up 7 positions, currently sitting in 5th position. And there he is working through the trioval. Not sure exactly what the plans or strategies are for these drivers as the night's going on here. I do know that we've seen quite a bit of pit stops as I think possibly some of them having 7 stops so far here tonight. And we're losing the field once again. There you see the 43 coming to the inside of Rick Schneider. And the 75 of Waylon McConnell trying to battle his way through as Joe Tardif has that lead. Going to run away a little bit now. But these cars need to try to figure out if they can draft. And if so, they can get up there and push themselves up to that lead position up there to battle Joe Tardif. As laps are winding now, we're now to 40 laps, or coming up to 40 laps to go. As the 03 now, Rick Snyder looking below Waylon McConnell in that number 75. Tom Tor in the number 3 back here, sitting in that 7th position. Logan Spencer in that number 89, sitting a little farther back. Chris Pendle, though, up here in that 6th position. Stage 1 winner, maybe Stage 2. I can't remember who our Stage 2 winner. That's my bad. My memory's taking a toll right now, trying to figure out where everybody is. We got Josh Cole here in that number 2 position, chasing down the number 1 of Joe Tardif. Rick Schneider chasing down Waylon McConnell there in that for that 3rd position. As you see that 75, or I'm sorry, that 29. As we catch a moment of camera outage, as now we're back here. There you see he's completed the pass, coming down in the corner number 3 and 4. as they work off of 4 down into the tri-oval. It looks like Josh Cole has taken the lead from Tardif. Waylon McConnell looking to the inside of Rick Schneider. And at number 94 of Christopher Pendle. They're in the battle as well. Looking there clear on the inside, 3 wide, coming off of 2. Pendle's going to get that spot there on the inside. Now he's going to try to battle his way up there beside McConnell here in 3 and 4. As they're coming through 3 and 4. Unsure exactly what's going on here, why certain cameras aren't wanting to pull through and give me problems here tonight. There's 75. He lost the spot there to Christopher Pendle. Joe Tardif up here in second with Josh Cole up there in front. Mike Schaefer back here at number 29. Lost another position now to that 03 of Rick Schneider. As Tardif down on pit road. As they're working through, it's Chris Pendle up here in that second position. Waylon McConnell there in third. Rick Schneider in fourth. As they're working off the corner. Down into the corner there, you can see the 03 looking to the bottom side. Waylon McConnell out on the outside. Brett Bray in the pits. As Joe Tardif is working his way out of the pits. Josh Cole, I thought may have been going in, but is not, as he's hanging out here another lap with lap 97 on the board. We're coming down to about 33 laps to go. We're at 36 laps to go at the moment. Waylon McConnell out here in third. Rick Schaefer fourth. Rick Schneider in fourth. Mike Schaefer in fifth. Tom Tor there in sixth. And Josh Cole is in. As you're seeing some battle going on back here as drivers trying to partake and get on the pit road. There you see the number 3 of Tom Tor coming to pit road. Joe Tardif on pit road in that number 1. He's working his way down. I thought he went, maybe he got caught speeding because I thought he was already in the pits. Here at lap 98 of 133. There you see the 03 of Schneider coming in. Christopher Pendle in that first position once again. Last pitting at lap 80. So the question is, how far can he go? As everybody are, half the field, I guess, pitted here, lap 98, 99, 97. Brett Bray pitting at lap 95. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully no caution comes out because that'll spell trouble for some of these drivers that are a lap down. As Josh Cole is now a lap down. Waylon McConnell is going to be a lap down. Rick Schneider is going to be a lap down. As we got them here for the top 6, still left on the lead lap. Thank you, everybody, for participating in on the poll here this evening for Flieger Farm TV. Like I said, there are some other things in the works for Flieger Farm TV if we can make it happen. As a 3 wide, as the 87 dips to pit road. That's Jamie. That's 2 more. Nathan Peacock, when's he going to come in? Looks like he's coming in now, as he's down there on the apron of the 3 and 4. Oh, there's 3 more drivers biting it off and coming in the pit. Here with getting close to 30 laps to go. There we go, that 43, Josh Cole. He's trying to get back on that lead lap, but he's got Christopher Pendle and Brendan Brody to get past as he gets past everybody there on pit road, bringing him onto the same lap as those drivers. Well, Terry Fennell is still pulling into pit road. When McConnell's out, somebody else is pitting. I wonder if that is Brendan Brody pitting. And Christopher Pendle is going to be coming in this next time by. And that should hand the lead back over to Josh Cole, most likely, if everything plays out like I'm expecting it to here tonight. And there you see the track map, how spread out everybody is racing here at Chicagoland. So finding the battles. So bear with me. But you still at least have that track map up there in the corner to follow, along with the ticker up there at the top if iRacing wants to give me a little bit issues on the broadcast and that way. So Josh Cole coming around to retake that lead. Most likely he's still got another lap to go as he's working off of 2 this time. Where's that 94 going to come out? Is he going to get ahead of Josh Cole, or is he going to end up going a lap down? Keep an eye on that 43 as he's coming out of 4 now. And the 94 down there on pit road getting service. As now, there's the 94. He's rolling. But here comes the 43. He's rolling as well. He's going to pass him as he's coming out of pit road right there in the corner number 1 and 2. So Pendle going to fall back a couple spots here as the drivers that pitted before him end up coming around him out here on the backstretch with 104 laps to go. Or, I'm not sorry, not 104 laps to go. We're on lap 104. On you, cooperate. Christopher Pendle now showing in the lead. No, that's not right. Waylon McConnell there in second with the battle of the number 1 beside him. That's Joe Tardif. Joe Tardif trying to keep on a little bit of a lead lap, but he's going to end up falling back to Waylon McConnell there as Josh Cole's already got around him. Working through the tri-oval now is that 43. Rick Schneider back here in third in at number 03. You can see that track map, how spread out everybody is as we're working through 1 and 2. Some are working off 3 and 4 down into the tri-oval. Brendan Brody, we're looking at him now. They're in 7th position. And he's currently trying to find him there on the map. And oh, there he is. He's coming through 4 on the map right now. Rick Schneider in 3rd. Christopher Pendle in 4th. He's trying to make up some ground on his way back towards the front. Going to try to pick off the 03 here for a 3rd place finish here tonight. As they come working out of 3 and 4 back towards that tri-oval. Waylon McConnell there on the inside, working his way into corner number 1 in that 2nd position. Rick Schneider and Pendle are coming as they're going to work around the number 1, Joe Tardif, through 1 and 2. I think the gap's between the 75 and Rick Schneider in that 03. But they're battling here as the 03 is trying to hold off that 94, but still get around Tardif there in that number 1 as they're coming off of the trial down here in the corner number 1. Front to back is the 03 and the 94. Down here onto that curved backstretch. The 94 now looking to the inside of Schneider. He's going to have the run coming down here into corner number 3. Side by side. Pendle will have that 3rd position now as he's working his way back towards the front. Josh Cole putting another lap down. Here with 24 laps to go. Josh Cole, our leader, out there in that Bigger Farm TV 43 machine. Waylon McConnell in that number 2 position. In that number 75, Chris Pendle there in the 3rd position. Again, as the laps are winding down here, we want to keep giving shout-outs to our league sponsors that you see up in that upper right-hand corner. Keep digging. 1% Designs and Admin Box. And like I've been saying all night long, down there in the description tonight, be sure to check out Admin Box and Keep Digging, as there are discount codes down there in the description that you could use. Meg Schaefer here in that 5th position trying to work his way towards the front. And you can kind of see, looking at that track map, how spread out everybody is. Side by side for a couple places, but they're not really for positions, as it's just lead lap cars going around lap cars. And there you see the Rick Schneider in that 03. Mike Schaefer back here in the number 29. He's still going to get around that one machine as he's catching them here out of 2. That one machine of Joe Tardif, he had a decent run earlier in the night. Unsure exactly what happened, though, to him. Possibly pit stop strategies, maybe some problems on pit road, as that can be a factor a lot of times, as Chris McConnell for that second position. And yeah, the whole leaderboard shuffling around. Drivers aren't staying where they need to be. But like I said, follow that track map there to the right-hand side. That might give you a little bit of... with 20 laps to go. There you see, side by side, as they work out of 2, out onto this curved backstretch. Pendle's going to take the lead from the 43. Main position of the racetrack once again. Brendan Brody, Jamie, Logan Spencer, all coming in for late pit stops here in this one. As it seems like everybody's getting to the same portion of with me, as I'm hoping that it kind of subsides some more. Like I said, I've messed with the graphics a few times. We might mess with them a little bit more here after the broadcast finishes, just to try to see if we can get it dialed in a little bit better for when we restart the sim once again. Again, this sim is iRacing. Be sure to check them out at iRacing.com. If you are interested in joining anything like this, there are many, many leagues, many, many great drivers. League's not that great. Well, there are those leagues out there that have some growing pains with them, but usually once they have a couple seasons under their belt, they will be some drivers getting everybody in the same page. I know over at Real Raps, there's been some discussion of those guys trying to possibly think about putting together a series, trying to get some backing for it possibly. We're looking at possibly doing a Dirt Legends car, the old 34 Dirt Legends. Maybe rendering a little bit in black and white. We'll see on the races to do a little bit of throwback here and there. We'll see, though, how that works. We'll have to find a decent throwback track. But throwback schemes and all that on them cars and run it black and white. I think that'd be pretty cool. But we're looking to see if we can get some backers, maybe some thought process to that, as we're seeing more pit stops take place here tonight. Josh Cole down on pit road coming out now. Chris Pendle, he's trying to make sure that he stays up there in that lead position, as he's going to come down pit road now and get some service. Terry Pendle up 8 spots as he last pitted. At lap 1, that don't make sense. That's a speed. His last pit lap was at 101 for Terry Fennell. So I don't know if he's going to have the fuel to make it the rest of the way. So he might have to come in and pit, as everybody else has pitted. We'll keep an eye on Fennell here, as it looks like he is looking to the inside apron. And there he goes. He's going into pit lane right now. for some fuel. Josh Cole back out to the lead, but the one we want to keep an eye on is that 94, as he's been very, very quick here this evening. Forget where he started, but he is up 4 positions. Mike Schaefer up 8. Going to be up 9 here once he gets around Fennel. So he is currently our biggest mover for the night. As Chris Pendle down there in second, trying to chase up to the front for the leaders. And we'll once again take a look at that track map here this evening, as you'll see these start to get spread out once again. As the 94 is coming around, putting that 00 a lot down. I believe, yes, they are. But Terry Fennel going to be lapped down. Jamie in that number 87. He's going to be the next victim, possibly, to these leaders, but I'm unsure. With 13 laps to go, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Thomas, 4 laps down. Peacock, 2 laps down. Everybody else, 1 lap down from 9th to 12th position. Oh, if we get rolling here. Start losing my mind here. With 12 laps to go, Josh Cole out front, Christopher Pendle there in second, Mike Schaefer in third. Wade McConnell there in fourth. So as I said, as I was saying before, we are looking at the possibility over at Regal Rep to possibly kind of maybe sanction a division for the Dirt Legends cars, taking them to mostly onto the rallycross course. It's almost kind of like your old moonshine runners would have done it back in the day. Whenever they were during Prohibition trying to run their shine, they were running asphalt, they were running dirt, trying to outlet run the law. So that's kind of what the feel is we're going to go through. I know there's one other league out there that does that. We don't want to really. As I noticed, that was a great hit. I know it's great fun. I know the time frame for me to get into it. I think they were racing at 5 o'clock on Sunday. I lost the Discord, so I haven't been able to get back into it to check on it. It definitely was a fun time. I know I wasn't the fastest, but boy, did I have fun. I might have finished last, but I had a blast. Wayne McConnell there in the 75, up to that third position. Down 2 spots from where he started. Mike Schaefer, as we said, he's falling back a little bit as he was up 9 spots. Now he's got up 7 spots. Sitting here in 5th position. Might lose another one. Well, maybe, well, who knows? He might gain one there to that 03. Depending on how his tire wear is here with 9 laps to go. Make out 8 laps to go as the 43 of Josh Cole and that 994 of Christopher Pendle work their way across the line. There you see them side by side, working through 1 and 2. The 94 down there on the low side, the 43 up high. That 94 is getting a run here this evening. Got that thing set up really, really well. That car situated, and again, we're trying to watch Pendle, and we lose him down through the corner. So I'm unsure why certain drivers are giving us problems there now as we see Pendle going to the inside, most likely down here in corner number 1 and 2. As they work off, Pendle's going to be out there on that high side. Or I'm sorry, Pendle's going to look to the inside as Cole goes to the outside. On here in corner number 3 and 4. Coming off, it's going to be a drag race to the line. Who's it going to be to lead lap 6 to go here at Chicagoland? It's going to be Cole hanging on still. But that number 94 is there and is not giving up. As this is the battle for the lead and probably the most exciting thing on the racetrack at the moment. As we're working off of 4. Pendle's going to lead that lap, but Josh Cole's going to fight it back out there on the outside lane once again, trying to get it to work as Pendle's looking to the inside. Pendle's had a great run tonight, winning stage number 1. Like I said, I can't remember who won stage number 2. Maybe the drivers in their interviews can confirm somebody for us. As they're battling side by side once again. Now Pendle up high and Cole to the bottom, out of 4. Now as they work all through the tri-oval. 1 and 2. If that's going to be. Then the rest for Pendle in first and Josh Cole there in second. I don't think, though, Josh Cole has what it takes to stay with Pendle, as Pendle's putting down a great run here tonight at Chicagoland. There you see the 60 of Brett Bray going by as they all flash by your. As we're trying to get them back out on track. And everybody's gone, but keep an eye on that ticker there in up at the top and that scoring loop on your track map. As it looks like Chris Pendle going to be your race winner here, most likely, if everything plays out. As we're on board with him now, coming down that backstretch, down into corner number 3 and 4. You can hear him tires squealing a little bit as he's really putting it to it here at the end of this run here tonight for the Friggy Diggy Arca Series. Down here in the corner number 1 as he's going around the lap machine of Brett Bray. And Josh Cole is going to be doing the same once he gets up there. But 2 laps to go. And with lap cars getting in between Josh Cole and Christopher Pendle, that may be your finishing order. Waylon McConnell is sitting back here, but he's got the back bumper full of that 03 Rick Schneider. So it's going to be interesting. This is going to be another battle going on. This might be the closest battle now. As that 03 of Rick Schneider is looking to the inside of Waylon McConnell, coming out of 4. Down here into the tri-oval. Waylon McConnell down to the inside. The 03. And final lap here at Chicagoland. And we're missing it. As Rick Schneider's working on the backstretch. Trying to make it happen with Waylon McConnell there in third. Who's it going to be out of these 2 drivers? One last shot here for Rick Schneider to try to get the momentum off that bottom side to get up there. He will not be able to do it. Christopher Pendle's coming across the line in first. Josh Cole second. Waylon McConnell will finish there in third with Rick Schneider in fourth. Give me one moment and we will be back to grab the race-ending interviews. Alrighty, I'm back here to get the race-ending interviews as we see Pendle burning it down there on the front stretch. Great run here tonight for him as I'm not seeing any smoke pouring off of them tires. All right, let's see who we can get a hold of here for driver interviews this evening. See if the broadcast wants to work here tonight. As we switch over, it is pause once again. So give me a moment here as we get this situated. There we go. All right, so we are here in the booth. Hopefully, it stays the way it needs to. Like I said, I've got some freezing issues. Unsure exactly what's going on. But let's see here. Where'd my Discord go? See if anybody's around. So our third place finisher was Waylon McConnell. See if we can get a hold of him first. Out of SMS Racing, Waylon McConnell taking home third place. Good evening, Waylon. How's it going?
Good.
That is great to hear, and hopefully everybody at home can hear you on the stream. We're going to double check that, though, since things want to be goofy. Yeah, it looks like it can just fine. So how'd that race go for you tonight, do you think?
Yeah, it went pretty good. I was really fast for about 7 laps on them new tires with my line, but my line really wore them tires out. And then I took 4 on that last stop. I should have took 2.
How important were tires tonight?
I love fresh tires. It felt good, but about 7, 8 laps, you'd have to start letting out. So
I know some tracks they eat the tires more than other tracks, and I was just curious how this track cooperated tonight.
yeah, it was pretty good. Like I said, about 7. I could run 7 to 10 laps pretty good, and then I'd really have to start backing out.
You did a great job there. There didn't seem to be too many cautions here tonight. I think we had 6 cautions.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd come down to a green flag run at the end. That was fun.
So it definitely did, and you guys definitely had to make green flag pit stops, and that definitely shook the field up a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who's your sponsors that maybe helped you get up here in that third position here tonight?
Yeah, I had a pretty good stop on that last stop, and gained a little ground going in and coming back out. But like I said, I should have took 2 tires. I think the 2 in front of me took 2. I don't know if I would have got out ahead of them, but
Well, Pendo was fast all night. Do you have any sponsors or shout outs you want to thank here tonight?
I'll just thank my teammates at SMS Racing, Rick Schneider and Mike Schaefer. We were trying to get all 3 of us up in there, but we finished, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, so not too bad. And I'd like to thank everybody who runs the league and you for putting on the broadcast.
Well, I'm hoping that the broadcast gets better. We're having some frame issues for some reason, and I'm going to figure it out, but we'll get there.
Yep.
Since getting a new monitor, there's been a little bit of hiccups here and there, but we'll get there. But congrats on that 3rd place, and hopefully we can continue this momentum in the next week.
Yeah, I need to get a win here.
I'm sure everybody would love to have a win.
Yep, for sure.
You're heading to, let's see if I can figure it out here. Looks like you'll be heading to Iowa next week for 175 laps.
Another fun track.
I guess it would depend on the driver. I guess some drivers, I find that with every track. Some drivers like it, some drivers don't.
Yeah.
It's whatever. But one thing I have noticed, though, is the drivers that like a certain track are tracks they're probably good at. They probably don't like a certain track just because of they can't do well there.
Yeah, that's probably right.
But yeah, congrats. Hopefully you can carry this momentum in the next week. It was great seeing the car up there in the top 3 tonight.
All right, thank you.
So that would be Josh Cole, our 3rd place winner out of SMS Racing. And we have Josh Cole here in 2nd place. Good evening, Josh. How's it going tonight?
What's up, buddy?
Well, you didn't quite pull off the win, and Pendle definitely had a faster car here tonight. He seemed to have that car on rails there during the race.
Yeah, I tried to pull the same strategy I did last week and put 2 tires on there at the end because I noticed the lefts weren't burning at all. So I tried putting 2 tires and they ended up running me down.
Well, somebody went and kind of told me that they think that he might have taken 2 tires as well. He didn't take 4.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I know when I pitted, he was two seconds in front of me, and then when I came off pit road, or he came off pit road, I was like 2.5 in front of him. So I don't know. I mean, if he did, power to him. He had a fast car tonight. He deserves it. I got him last week on the 2 tire stop, so if he got me on the 2 tire stop this week, respect earned.
It was definitely great to watch. And you put that Fligger Farm TV 43 up there into the podium this week, once again.
Oh yeah, I continue doing it. You know, I gotta represent. You know, you gonna put your logo on my hood. I'm gonna try to go out there and show out.
Well, I know Regal Raps really enjoyed doing the scheme for you, and I don't want to, bash 1% at all, because I know they do awesome work as well. And I unfortunately, I can't remember all the drivers that are running 1% designs in here.
Yeah, usually I'll run one every now and then. Smokey will toss me one, but usually him or Logan Spencer will run every now and then. Jaden Wicks will run one. I know Smokey will run one. So we got about 3 or 4 guys that run the one design, but I'm not locked into anybody, so.
It's always interesting to see the great paint jobs that are out on those cars, no matter who does them. They always all look great.
Oh yeah, and Pendle, he got me this week though. I give him that. He had a fast car all night. I thought Waylon was gonna be there at the end, but I guess he had problems early on. Oh no, I had a fun time tonight.
Yeah, Waylon said that he might have had a little bit of strategy issue here tonight.
Yeah, I know that he was up front with us for the majority of it, and then that last run he just disappeared somehow.
Yeah, he fell off. He still finished 3rd, but he fell off a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I try to take 2 tires, and I try to wait till as close as I could to pit, because I pitted early, tried to make it where I only took half a tank and 2 tires on the last stop, which I did, and then Chris ran me down. He deserves it. He had a faster car than me tonight.
Well, he definitely looked great out there tonight. And who's your sponsors you want to give a shout out to, or who do you want to give thanks to?
I mean, I just want to give a shout out to Terry tonight. Terry's been pushing hard lately these last few weeks. He's been getting top 10s a lot lately. He's kind of understanding a little bit of how these cars work, and I'm proud of how he runs it. So give him a shout out, and then also you guys with Real Wraps and Flicker Farm on my car. It was a badass paint scheme. Love to do it again.
It'll be there for whenever you want to run it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I was next week. I was really good at Richmond. I got trapped a lap down at Richmond, but I think if I don't get trapped a lap down at Iowa, I'll be a threat.
So you think you can continue the momentum the next week then?
I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to keep that points lead too while I can.
Well, I know you've been running really well this season, and congrats on that 2nd place finish here tonight.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, well, you go enjoy that 2nd place podium.
Thank you.
That was Josh Cole, our 2nd place winner, or 2nd place podium finisher. Now we'll grab Chris. We'll get with Chris Pendle here in Victory Lane. Chris Pendle, how's it going tonight?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well. I didn't quite find you in the Discord there for your stage 1 interview. You won stage 1. I can't remember or figure out who won stage 2.
Trying to think who did win stage 2. Was it the 4 car maybe? Or the 75?
Or not.
I'm not 100% sure. I know I had to pit there before the end stage 2, and I lost a lot of track position. I wasn't able to get back up. But yeah, stage 1 was awesome. I was just biding my time, saving my stuff. I tried to do that all night. I was running the bottom all night. Everybody else was trying to run the top to get speed. I was running the bottom, saving my tires, and it actually worked out in stage 1 because we got that caution, and then everybody pitted for fuel, and then came back out, and then I can't remember if we was 3 wide or not there, but I was able to get to the bottom and hug that bottom, and the guys on the top kind of got loose there on the exit, and I was able to drive away. But Yeah, man, this was an awesome race. I love Chicagoland. It's a fun racetrack. You got multiple grooves you can ride around in. But, like I said, I was riding the bottom tonight, saving my stuff and letting off early and getting on back on the gas harder late. And especially on war tires, and it worked out pretty well. I was able to turn the car really well through the corner and get off the throttle, get on throttle on exit, and she was just fun to drive. This is a blast, and I appreciate the 43 there for racing me clean there at the end. I know he said he was on 2-tire strategy, and after last week when he pitted, I'm like, I'm gonna pit the next lap because he got me last week. I waited too long to pit, and I couldn't catch him at the end. But once he pitted there at the end, I got another lap, and I pitted, and I was able to run him down. But that was an awesome race, man. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I was racing it.
Oh, it looked good there in the broadcast booth. And I definitely want to apologize to some of our viewers. I mean, we're having some technical difficulties here, but we're going to get them figured out. I mean, right now, I think I'm on a frozen screen with my face, but things happen. We'll get it worked out, figured out.
Yeah, all good, man. I think why you couldn't find me is because my Discord's been messing up on me recently on my computer. I don't know what's going on, but for the past couple of weeks, I'll be in the middle of a race, and then as soon as I open up my race labs, my Discord quits working, and it kicks me out of the server. So I constantly have to go in. Yeah, I constantly have to go in and kick and reboot myself. That's probably why you didn't see me in stage 1 because it kicked me out.
Okay.
So I'm actually talking to you on my phone right now, just so I can do the interview because for some reason my PC's not working, my Discord's not working.
Oh, our PC's a little interesting sometimes.
Yes, they are.
Well, who are your sponsors you want to give a shout out to, or who people you want to thank here tonight for getting you a top podium finish, victory lane here at Chicagoland?
Well, obviously, thanks to the league for letting me race. This has been a fun season so far. I've enjoyed every bit of it. Thanks for the guys for racing me clean all year. Obviously, once again, thank you for broadcasting. You take your time out to broadcast for us. Just thank everybody that's helped me along the way. Teammates, the wife, she's been in the corner. She wanted to listen to my interview, so she's in there listening to it. But she's waiting on me to thank her, so I'll thank her. I love her. She puts up with me racing every couple nights a week. So just thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the league for putting it on. It's an awesome league. I've enjoyed every bit of it, and thanks to everybody that races in it too. This is a fun series, and I can't wait to keep racing in it. And hopefully next week I have some good luck. I was telling Josh, I've not raced Iowa in a while, so he's. Josh and the other guys are probably going to beat me there because I don't have no practice at Iowa. I haven't raced there probably in a couple years since iRacing came on, since I got on iRacing. So I'm going to be struggling a little bit.
Sounds like you need to hit the track a little bit over the weekend.
Well, yeah, but I got a league race tomorrow and Tuesday, so my wife works all week, so I got to take care of the boys. So I'll find times. I'm going to try to find time sometime this week to work on my craft a little bit, and I'm going to watch some setups videos, McConey setups. That's usually where I go. I know I watch his videos a lot if I'm struggling with something, and he helps me. Those videos help me out a lot on fixed setups. So I'm probably watching one of those and see what he does and try to figure that out for me.
That's all you can do. I know for me, I got to run a little bit different steering ratio at some tracks than others, but it's just a matter of finding what works for you. Yeah,
and I tell you what, in the Arca cars, I found out that a -10 to -12 steering ratio works really well for me because the steering wheel's like most times if you're going down the racetrack on the backstretch, the steering wheel's crooked to the right. So, you want to secure that offset. Yep, and drop it, and it helps rotate the car a lot more too. So I'm giving away my secrets to all the guys that's watching.
Yeah, they could try my secret. I don't know if they'll like it too much because I was running at Dover this week, a 8-to-1 steering ratio in the truck.
Oh man, I bet you're burning them tires up, wasn't you?
No, I was not. I was surprisingly for me, I was burning them up worse with a 12-to-1.
That's crazy. I mean, I could see it maybe because the trucks are more, less powerful and you're not off the throttle as much and you can get back down in the bottom of the corner. I could see it probably. Yeah, I could see it. Because I think
the thing of it is,
Dover,
I come from dirt track racing.
Uh-huh.
So I'm used to a 4-to-1 steering ratio. So I'm used to just barely nudging the wheel.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I did a little bit of dirt track racing as a kid, and I ran some Chevettes too. But when I was young, I'm 36, so I mean, people probably don't realize Chevettes. They've never seen Chevettes. A lot of these younger guys probably don't know. Never seen Chevette races and stuff. But I used to run when I was a kid, and but obviously there's not as much power as a late model or something like that, slinging them around. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. You're switching on that wheel a lot more on a dirt track than you are a pavement track.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I just enjoy having that quicker ratio.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Hey, it works out for you. That's all that matters, man.
that's it. That's it. So you enjoy that victory. Hopefully you can carry the momentum into Iowa next week, and it'll be great to watch. I don't know if next week's a night race too or not.
I hope so. I mean, every night race. I love racing night racing at night. It's just fun. I don't know. Like, obviously the track's not as slick, so a little more grip most of the time. But if not, if a day race, that's okay too. Like I said, I got to get some practice in this week. I say once my races are over Monday and Tuesday, if I can find time to get some practice in for Sunday, I'm definitely going to do it because I'm going to need it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it'll come, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
All right. You have a great night there, Chris.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Sorry I talked your ears off.
No, you're fine.
All right, see you, man.
See ya. Well, that was Chris Pendle, our Victory Lane winner here tonight. Going to take what he learned here tonight and throughout the season, hopefully try to get something working for him for next week at Iowa. And we're going to end up closing it off here tonight for the Friggy Diggy Arca series. And tomorrow night we'll be with the Roughneck Racing Gen 6 cars. Or no, he won't be. Never mind. Roughneck Racing is taking a break right now, so I will not be live with them. So we will be back live Wednesday with the Sim Racing Super Dirt Series as they take to another dirt track this Wednesday. So we'll enjoy that. Hopefully everybody enjoys what they've come to watch, and you all have a